Spoiler alert.
This is a spoiler alert. If you don't want to hear any spoilers, put your fingers in your ears.
Lord Merton?
Oh, well, that is... Oh, you're here.
Well, hadn't you better come in?
Thank you.
He's completely genuine. He's not saying, I just need a companion because I'm an old man who needs to be looked after and wants some, and I'm lonely. I genuinely am in love with you and I want to make this relationship with you.
My proposal is a romantic one. I state freely and proudly, Isobel, that I've fallen in love with you. And I want to spend what remains of my life in your company. I believe I could make you happy. At any rate, I should very much like the chance to try.
Well, goodness, Lord Merton. I freely admit you've taken me by surprise.
I think it's to the credit of Douglas and Penelope, the way that they played. It was exquisitely written. It's one of the most beautiful scenes in the whole season.
What do you mean that man Bricker is coming back? Why?
That man Bricker, what's he done to deserve such a welcome?
The idea was a character who pays attention to somebody in a marriage where that relationship has been taken for granted to a degree by the spouse.
He flatters her. He keeps asking her opinion on everything.
Well, don't you ever ask her opinion?
Of course I do. Sometimes.
He is somebody who sees her for what she is, a woman of thought and passion, and a woman who's beautiful and full of allure for him. But unfortunately, you know, he transgresses and feels it's his place to declare his feelings.
I think everything about Downton is beautiful, including its mistress.
You mustn't say such things.
I have to, or I'll burst.
What's burst?
I was just saying that being allowed to touch a painting like this will make me burst.
It's wonderful to show it to someone so appreciative.
Yes. No one can say you're not appreciative, Mr. Bricker. From what I've been told, it sounds as if you're upsetting her and Mrs. Patmore.
I think you should drop this.
Why don't you send for her? Bring Daisy in and ask her yourself.
I'm sure she's too busy.
I doubt she's too busy to answer a summons from you.
It's the only scene where Daisy and I were summoned to the table during a meal. And Sophie and I, who plays Daisy, we both felt the same. We felt like we were at school, because they're all sitting there looking grand and amazing. And, of course, for Mrs. Patmore, terrified that there was going to be a complaint about the food. Is something wrong with the dinner, my lord?
Not at all. No, we apologise, Mrs. Patmore, for interfering with your duties in this strange and inconsiderate way.
Well, Sarah just keeps pushing and pushing. You know, she knows how to push the buttons and to annoy people.
Obviously, the lessons have proved successful. I'm pleased to hear it.
Are you, Lord Grantham?
Oh, for heaven's sake, let it go. You've proved your point.
And Robert finally snaps.
All I've proved is that Lord Grantham would like us serfs to stay in our allotted place from cradle to grave.
There is only one thing I would like, and that I would like passionately. It is to see you leave this house and never come back.
Happy now?
I know people quite enjoy it when Robert loses his temper, and it's always fun to play. And yes, we go as far as, I think, even in the stage direction, as Robert throws down his napkin and breaks a glass. Which is the equivalent of nuclear war in Downton Abbey.